Hi Tasmeen,
Hi Bharat.
how are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you so much for being here. I'm so honored that you.
It's my pleasure and I'm honored that you thought that I was worthy of being a guest.
Arey.
Yeah.
So for people who don't know, Tasmeen and I went to school together. We were even classmates for a while. I remember you had commerce with maths,
Yes, I did.
but today you're obviously not doing that. You're an author.
Yeah.
So what happened from when I last saw you? What was the moment in which you decided you wanted to pursue something creative?
There was no moment per se because I had been writing from the age of 4. And I remember it was my birthday party and somebody gifted me a diary with a lock and key. And that was it. I just started writing. I would just write anything like crap, kuch bhi likh diya. Um, so I always knew that, like, this is my thing. And I started painting also at a very early age. So throughout my journey, I've been writing and painting. So it was a no brainer for me.
But then why would you take commerce with maths?
Because Amity में humanities नहीं था यार.
Hmm.
Remember? It was like either PCM or commerce.
Damn.
Yep. And I also had this thing that, okay, I want to do an MBA later in life.
Okay.
And I felt, which was, I was living in a fool's paradise. I thought that I might have a shot at economics honors, but I did not.
Acha.
Hmm.
So you finished 12th.
Mm-hmm.
What happened next? We parted ways.
Yes. So I finished 12th and result mine was 89%, which at the time was considered really bad. Luckily, Delhi University had this entrance exam for English honors. And, I'm really grateful to my mom. She was like, you must appear. And my mom is also a professor of English literature. So it's always been, in the family, like everybody's a literary person. So I gave the entrance and it turned out I got a really good rank. And that got me into LSR, Lady Shriram College, with English honors. And then that was it. I mean, like, I loved literature. I loved the hell out of it. All the different kinds of stuff they taught us. Post colonial literature really caught my eye. I really loved it. And classical literature, all of that.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So while you were pursuing these things at DU,
Mm-hmm.
you were coming across the history of writing and you were also participating and creating on your own
Yes.
for your newspaper.
Uh-huh.
जो हमारे बैचमेट्स थे वो तो they were busy pursuing
economics honors,
economics honors, engineering, medicine, lawyers बन रहे थे कुछ. फिर कुछ लोग B.Com कर रहे थे और फिर साथ साथ CA के एग्जाम के लिए पढ़ रहे थे.
I remember B.Com and Eco honors में कितना उस पे emphasis था.
Why do you think?
हमारे स्कूल में यार, like,
क्यों होता था emphasis?
Because that was where the pennies were. Like, everybody knew, like, there was this trend which people saw that acha economics honors karke so and so landed a job or an internship at Facebook and the stipend itself is 2 lakh rupees. Something like that came out, right? And then it was just like the future is commerce. Like, jo bacche BCom mein the, it was like you have to get into SRCC. एंड सबका ये था 95% लाने, हमें 97% लाने हैं और हमें ये टॉप कॉलेजेस में जाने. कट ऑफ्स वाला सिस्टम था और वो बहुत ही मतलब
कट थ्रोट कंपटीशन.
मतलब द कट ऑफ्स वर अनरियलिस्टिक. Man, one college had like 100%. I remember. SRCC या किसी का तो था 100%, कहीं का 99% था. I remember Venki का English honors का cut off. So after I started pursuing English honors, अगले साल से, so after a few years the entrance exam was scrapped from the very next year itself. So I got lucky कि उसके through I got into LSR. It was scrapped and I saw, like, I was checking out the कट-ऑफ्स, you know, जब रिजल्ट आता था न्यूज़पेपर में आता था, when newspapers were still a thing, कि ये कट-ऑफ्स हैं, I used to be like, oh क्या है? उसका वेंकी का इंग्लिश ऑनर्स का 97%.
So you were here in college, basically having the time of your life because you got to finally pursue what you wanted. And on the other hand, you would see these people relentlessly competing with each other.
Yes.
Didn't that make you feel like maybe you could be doing something wrong with your life?
No, not really, because I felt like when I was studying literature, I felt like I really belong here. And most of the credit goes to my family because they're all literary people, they're all academicians, they're all big shots. And though I never really thought that I would, I don't know, be part of the intellectual gang eventually. But yeah, I was just doing my thing. Like, with me, it's like I've always lived my truth. I've always spoken my truth. So I knew I loved literature. I enjoyed the hell out of it. सब कुछ पढ़ा यार, शेक्सपियर पढ़ा, मिल्टन की पैराडाइज लॉस्ट पढ़ी, इलियड पढ़ ली, द इलियड उसमें क्लासिकल लिटरेचर में, महाभारत पढ़ी, मतलब काफ़ी कुछ पढ़ा यार, मतलब मज़ा आता था बहुत. एंड उसके बाद ना यू हैड टू राइट पेपर्स and long ass answers on the text, about the text. So that itself was a writing exercise.
When you did commerce with maths, was that fun?
I had multiple tuitions going on at home. Accounts के tutor थे and maths के tutor थे. So it was just like, and especially because मुझे पहले ना science दे दी थी इन लोगों ने. I started flunking, man. Like, क्या है ये? Like, what in the world is? What was with chemistry? What is that carbon stuff, man? Like, what is that? What is that? वो क्या कहते हैं physics में क्या questions होते थे? पत्थर फेंका, वो कितनी speed में नीचे आएगा? Gravitational pull ये वो 50 इसके वो alpha, beta, gamma वगैरह क्या? It was like Latin to me. I was like, क्या हो रहा है? I mean, I'm sure. Like, I'm not shitting on
I know
people who do it. Like, and I think people who have excelled at it, like, hats off to them, because I thought that it was impossible.
you felt like you didn't belong in that space.
Yes. So then I begged and begged and begged everybody to let me switch to commerce, because I felt like that was still closer to what I wanted to do in life, which was to be creative. So I knew कि भाई humanities तो है नहीं, चलो commerce with maths ले लेते हैं, maths कर लेते हैं, क्या पता काम आ जाए आगे. तो ऑलरेडी मुझे ना बहुत बीटी हो गई थी, बिकॉज 6 महीने मेरे साइंस में थी, एंड देन व्हेन आई वेंट टू कॉमर्स एवरीबडी वाज ऑलरेडी लाइक way ahead of me, and I was already like, you know, behind.
You had to play catch
I had
up.
to catch up, man. Like, I really had to catch up. But चलो हो गया, सब कुछ decent way में हो गया, 12th वगैरह.
But when you went for your college degree, you had the subjects that you really wanted.
Yes.
So, but you still had to work hard every day, right?
Yes, of course.
So wasn't that still strenuous?
No, it was not a smooth sail at all. English honors is, bro, like, if anybody is thinking of pursuing literature, and even after bachelor's, if you want to do literature, like if you want to do your masters and stuff, there's like literary theory, and it's very like, मतलब जो लोग बाहर से सोचते हैं English honors, they don't know shit. Like, अंदर आके देखो क्या है. हम सोशियोलॉजी भी पढ़ रहे हैं, हम हिस्ट्री भी पढ़ रहे हैं, हम एंग्लो अमेरिकन लिटरेचर पढ़ रहे हैं, तो हम उसके पीछे का पूरा पढ़ रहे हैं कि क्या हुआ था, रेड नेक्स वगैरह ये वो. हम मतलब मेक्सिकन लोगों की हिस्ट्री पढ़ रहे हैं, हम सब कुछ पढ़ रहे हैं यार. लाइक, वी आर लीविंग नो स्टोन अनटर्न्ड. विक्टोरियन लिटरेचर में हम उसके बारे में पढ़ रहे हैं जो यूटिलिटेरियन टाइम था, इंडस्ट्रियल रेवोल्यूशन वगैरह. सो we were very, I mean, it's not easy, man. Like, you have this background reading, then you have your main text, and most of it is in Old English. So it's not easy to interpret.
Hear ye.
Yeah, it's not easy to interpret. I remember there was this one text, Wife of Bath. उसमें तो मतलब you just open that book and you see it. Like you won't get ऐसे लगता है क्या है.
So
So
was it like long hours when you were in college?
definitely it was long hours. We had long lectures every day, and these were very important lectures. Like if you miss out, then you miss out. Like you'll miss something really important. And we were like scribbling away at our notes because whatever the teachers would tell us was all very important, and like it wasn't very digital back then.
Mm.
So it's like we weren't studying from PPTs and stuff. We were studying from books, thank God. And we were making notes, with the sticky notes and the highlighters. So we were doing all of that. And the professors were great. The teachers were really nice. And it was a great time.
Mm.
At LSR. Like I was like in this intellectual pool, of people, and there were people from different courses also. And the thing is कि जो sociology honors के बच्चे थे या economics honors के बच्चे थे या BCom honors के बच्चे थे, वो सब एक ही sync में थे, because there were all these creative societies going on. So you had your dance society, you had your art society, you had the DU Beat newspaper, you had your editorial society, photography club. तो ये सब ना they would unite, especially जैसे जो music society थी and dance society में, people from like all walks of courses would just unite and just be creative together. So the whole vibe was creative.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That must have felt like a welcome change after.
It was very, it was really good. Like I think I owe a lot of my creative faculty to that place.
Nice.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, all good things must come to an end.
Mhm.
So you finished your bachelor's degree.
Yes, I did.
What was the next phase of your life like? Did you get a job?
MBA.
Oh,
Jumped straight into masters. So I never wanted to take a gap year.
acha.
It was just this like fitur I had. So I was like, यार एक बार में पढ़ाई करके ख़त्म करते हैं और फिर देखा जाएगा. I wanted to do a professional course. I wanted to have a professional degree, and there was also to some extent the fact that I wanted to prove to a lot of people that look, I did English honors, but I can also do an MBA, जिसमें hardcore commerce and maths के काफी sadistic subjects थे.
You know, I have gotten this perception over the years that people think कि जो artistic careers choose करते हैं वो actually में या तो lazy होते हैं या they're not as intelligent as the other types of people.
It's the biggest lie ever told. Creativity and like being an artist, it's a gift and it's a curse. You don't know हमारे दिमाग में क्या चल रहा होता है. Like we absorb and observe everything and we overthink the hell out of it. इसीलिए वो एक आउटपुट में निकलता है, चाहे वो पेंटिंग हो, चाहे वो स्केचिंग हो, चाहे वो राइटिंग हो, पोइट्री हो और सॉन्ग राइटिंग हो या म्यूजिक हो, कुछ भी हो. So the thing with creative people is that we are the most tortured group of people, and we're like tortured internally because a creative person is always kind of doubting themselves or thinking that okay, my writing is not good enough. So that is one thing. Writer's block, ये सब बहुत होता है यार. मतलब write a page, tear it up, crumple it, throw it away.
What I'm saying is someone who's clearly in a creative way of life actually got through MBA and was pursuing it and finished it.
Yes.
So it's not for the faint of heart or.
Yes, and I got a distinction.
तो मैं वही कह रहा हूँ कि लोगों को लगता है कि स्कूल के बाद इंग्लिश ऑनर्स कर लिए या फ्रेंच ऑनर्स कर लिए या विजुअल आर्ट्स में चले गए या म्यूजिक में चले गए. This person's actually not very smart, but you actually finished your MBA with distinction.
Yes, and when I started my MBA, my whole batch was like, you don't belong here. everybody was from economics or BCom. And they were like, oh, तुम्हें ये नहीं पता, oh, तुम्हें वो नहीं पता, अच्छा हमने तो कॉलेज में पढ़ा था. It was a cakewalk for everybody, but I had missed out on 3 years of advanced commerce studies. And then we had like hardcore subjects like operational research and statistics. And I remember I struggled with statistics so much. I had to hire a tutor who would like teach me at home because classes were not very beneficial, I would say. And so there was hardcore economics and I didn't know anything. And
what was the difference between your bachelor's education and your MBA? And I mean from like a perspective of the kind of education it was. I don't mean like obviously the subjects were very different and you were much more passionate about the first kind of subjects. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the experience like in your in your bachelor's you would do a lot of note taking.
Yes.
And the teachers were a certain way and the classes were organized in a certain way and campus life was organized in a certain way and your classmates were a certain way towards each other. How was that different with MBA?
First and foremost, when I started, so in the first semester, because we had finance was one of my subjects, financial management and economics. It was very intense, very hardcore. And everybody, like I said, everybody came from that background. So I felt very otherized. And a lot of people asked me, why are you here? Why are you doing MBA? Why now? Why didn't you do BCom? And a lot of people assumed कि बस मुझे English honors ही मिला था इसलिए मैंने कर लिया. तो like I remember being teased about it. Like अरे English honors वाले क्या जाने types. You know, even teachers were not very empathetic. And they would just walk into the class and deliver the lesson assuming that everybody is from a similar commerce background. And when we had our class introductions and I would stand up and be like, hi, I'm from LSR English honors. So they were like, everybody was like, you know, एक moment के लिए, अच्छा English honors, MBA क्यों? मास्टर्स क्यों नहीं किया इंग्लिश में?
चलो आप बता ही दो अब आपने MBA किया क्यों? क्योंकि आप इंग्लिश ऑनर्स के बाद you could have gone straight to the industry.
स्ट्रेट टू द एक तो मेरा ये था ना कि देखो पढ़ाई है. इंग्लिश ऑनर्स में भी बहुत पढ़ाई थी, ठीक है. एंड आई एम नॉट गोना शाय अवे फ्रॉम सेइंग कि पढ़ाई से मुझे बहुत बीटी होती है. आई एम नॉट लाइक यू नो बैठ के पढ़ रहे हैं, रट रहे हैं, लाइक इट जस्ट गिव्स मी द इक.
Then why would you do an MBA?
Because I was like कि I didn't want to take a gap year. I was like भाई पढ़ाई करके ख़त्म करते हैं.
नहीं, बैचलर्स के बाद आप सीधा जॉब में चले जाते.
उतने जॉब प्रोस्पेक्ट्स नहीं थे उस टाइम पे. क्या ही प्रोस्पेक्ट्स होते, बिकॉज इंग्लिश ऑनर्स ना बहुत बीच की चीज़ होती है ना. आप जर्नलिज्म कर रहे हैं, है ना आप कॉमर्स या कुछ कर रहे हैं, या फिर आप सोशोलॉजी या साइकोलॉजी वो भी नहीं कर रहे हैं. इंग्लिश ऑनर्स बहुत बीच का है. एंड द कन्वेंशनल राउट वाज ऑलवेज MA English, and everybody was giving the JNU entrance and the Jamia entrance for MA in English, which I did not give. So उन लोगों ने मतलब most of the people went for masters in English. A lot of people went abroad, and so I was very practical and calculated here. I was like, okay, let's weigh my options realistically. क्या कर सकते हैं, क्या कर सकती हूँ. I can get into masters in English or masters in creative writing at any university out of India. IELTS में मेरे आ जाते आसानी से. Not trying to flex but just saying, just spitting facts here. And मुझे पता था SOP वगैरह लिख के ऐसे देना होगा, and marks वार्क्स ठीक ठाक थे. तो प्लस जर्मन में डिप्लोमा कर लिया था मैक्स म्यूलर भवन से. सो व्हाइल आई वाज डूइंग माय इंग्लिश ऑनर्स, इवनिंग क्लासेस वहाँ चलते थे, तो आई न्यू कि हो जाएगा. बट देन आई वाज लाइक कि नहीं यार, मैं आई कुडंट अफोर्ड इट. सो आई डिडंट वांट, आई एम नॉट इनटू द होल स्टूडेंट लोन कॉन्सेप्ट. And no offense to people who do it, and no offense to people who, have their parents pay their tuition. I mean, if you are fortunate enough, then like good for you. But I could have gone to a King's College or a Warwick or a University of Manchester, Liverpool, Leeds. I could have gone to,
But you chose MBA.
but I chose MBA.
Why MBA? Like you could have gone into journalism. What were you hoping कि MBA करने से you will get out of it?
मुझे ये था कि I wanted to get a professional degree. And I wanted कि जैसे एक होता है ना कि you're a diamond in the rough. हाँ. And MBA मुझे ऐसा लगा ये मुझे मांझ देगा, मैं मंझ जाऊंगी इससे. So इसलिए I went for MBA, and also MBA was quite the hot topic at that time. Like,
Okay.
oh, उसने MBA किया है, wow, like उनके बेटे ने MBA किया है, उनकी बेटी ने MBA किया है, wow. And I knew कि MBA करने से जॉब मिलती है. और मेरा लाइफ में सीन ये था कि भाई इंडिपेंडेंट तो बनना ही है कैसे भी करके, पैसे कमाने हैं, घर पे नहीं बैठना है. I have to have a job, I have to have a career, I have to be a professional. So यहाँ पे राइटिंग बहुत फिजल आउट हो गई थी मेरी MBA में. बट जब इंटर्नशिप का टाइम आया तो आई गॉट एन इंटर्नशिप एट Zomato in the content department, and उसी का मैंने अपना dissertation बनाया, and I was the only one with that topic, content. So जब मैंने वो किया ना, I was like, oh, ये भी हो सकता है. Like that was like a wow, like a aha moment. Like कि यार Zomato में तो लोग बैठ के लिख रहे हैं, they're making a difference. कॉपी राइटर्स हैं, कंटेंट राइटर्स हैं, सब कुछ कर रहे हैं, तो ये तो हो गए. एंड देन इट वाज द एरा ऑफ स्टार्टअप्स. एंड
so the aha moment was that you discovered that the English writing skills can be
yes,
put to use.
I was like, now I can apply all my English writing skills. And like जो भी मुझे बच्चे टीज करते थे कि तुम तो इंग्लिश ऑनर्स से हो, तुम लाइक वाई MBA, आई वाज लाइक ओके, नाउ दिस इज लाइक ओके ग्रेट. सो आई एम आर्म्ड विद दिस डिग्री, इंग्लिश ऑनर्स, प्लस आई हैव एन MBA डिग्री. तो मैं इंटरव्यूज में जाऊंगी तो मेरे लिए एक अच्छा बेस बन जाएगा. So because if you know about the industry, you know about marketing trends, and you are a creative person or a writer, then you can give them really good content. And content was the need of the hour at that time. So
when that time came, you were like also in a prime position because you have just finished your MBA and you have this bachelor's in English. Like us time pe nobody could ask for a better background than what you had, no?
Maybe looking back, I do know that I cracked every interview I gave. I did not sit for college placements. I just placement cell, well, ये वो brochure बन रहा है, like क्या है?
How
नहीं
many job
करना.
offers did you get?
How many interviews? I think 2-3 in the beginning. But मेरा ना वो सीन नहीं था कि कॉलेज ख़त्म हो गया, अब इंटरव्यू के लिए बैठते हैं, यहाँ से भी ऑफर आएगा, वहाँ से भी. और मेरा इतना वो नहीं था, देख कहीं से भी आ जाए, डिसेंट जॉब हो, मैं कर लूँगी.
Okay.
मेरा वो जैसे वो 2 States मूवी में दिखाया है ना कि प्लेसमेंट्स के लिए बैठ रहे हैं, वो मुझे सनसिल्क में जॉब मिल गई, वो मुझे ZTV में मिल गई, मुझे येस बैंक में मिल गई, ये सब. तो आई वाज लाइक कि यार नहीं, लाइक
The job.
आई वाज लाइक जॉब करते हैं, स्टार्ट करते हैं, काम सीखते हैं. बिकॉज आई न्यू कि MBA से जो सीखा था, पढ़ा लिखा था, एग्जाम्स दिए थे, ट्यूशन्स लिए थे, बहुत ज़्यादा पढ़ाई करी थी. बट आई वाज लाइक कि अब मुझे सीखना है कि कॉर्पोरेट वर्ल्ड चलती कैसे है. व्हाट डज अ कंपनी इवन लुक लाइक, व्हाट इज ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल बिहेवियर, व्हाट इज मार्केटिंग, हाउ इम्पोर्टेंट इज मार्केटिंग. So that's when I entered the world of the corporate world, and I got my first job. And
What was your job? What was your role over there?
content, I started as content writer, and within 3 months I did some ideation, I made some pitches, and I organized an event. So जो मैंने pitch किया था, they said कि okay कर दो, करके दिखाओ, और मैंने वो कर दिया था. एक इवेंट प्लान करना था हमें, बिकॉज बेसिकली द कंपनी वॉज अबाउट इवेंट्स. ठीक है. सो मैंने वो कर दिया, मैंने वो पुल ऑफ कर दिया, उसकी मार्केटिंग कर ली, लोग आ गए, उसमें फुटफॉल आ गया, एंड इट वाज अ सक्सेस. वी सोल्ड टिकट्स, इट वाज अ टिकटेड इवेंट, वी सोल्ड टिकट्स. सो आफ्टर दैट आई was promoted to content strategist,
Okay.
and here was the turning point. Content and PR strategist, थोड़ा सा वो मिला discretion, you know, like a lot of the stuff was up to my discretion, like ki, more creative freedom actually, कि
Understood.
how do we want to create content, हमें लिखना है तो किस तरह से लिखना है, brand language क्या है, brand tone क्या है हमारी.
So from a more grassroots level position, you went to a more strategic position.
Yes. And grassroots level में ये होता है ना कि they just tell you what to write.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be like ये topic है, ये product है, description लिखो. But once you're in a strategic role, you can actually mold, like you can use your creativity like a little bit more, and you can, you know, figure out these things.
How long did you stay in this position for?
I think 8 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
And uske baad you went on to jobs, or did you start?
Jobs. So I went to an animal welfare organization. It was called the Federation of Indian Animal Protection Organizations. So I was like, wow, animal welfare, because I'm an animal lover too. And I was the content strategist over there. Wahan pe, matlab, oh my God, I learned everything that I know from there. Because when I joined, the communications manager quit, who was my IRP. The digital marketing person quit, and the PR person quit.
क्या यार आपको देख के सब क्विट कर रहे हैं?
I know, right? I was like, मैं आई सबने छोड़ दिया. मतलब communications manager जिसने मेरा इंटरव्यू लिया था, मतलब that person also left. कोई बचा ही नहीं था रूम में. It was just me and the graphic designer and maybe an intern. Everybody quit. So then my then boss was, and she's an amazing hell of a lady, you know. She's a very I fall short of words. She's a real trailblazer. So she was like, okay, deal with it. I said, I don't know the work. She's like, learn the work. And she would literally call me up in the morning and say, where is this, where is that? You have like accountability है तुम पे. कहाँ, मतलब क्या, क्यों नहीं किया? I would be like, मुझे आता नहीं ये बनाना, फलाना चीज़. For example, बैनर बनाना है कुछ. कितना मुश्किल है यार, कैनवा खोलो, उसमें देखो थोड़ा बहुत, एक यूट्यूब ट्यूटोरियल देख लो एंड करो. So she gave me that push. तो मैंने बहुत चीज़ें करी. मैंने न्यूज़लेटर्स बनाए, मैंने social media calendars बनाए using tools which, and I haven't been good with technology ever. Like technology scares me a little bit. So I did all this stuff, and creating mailers and sending them from these platforms जहाँ से आपके बड़े बड़े marketing mailers, mass mailers जाते हैं. So putting it in that format, working with the graphic designer to make all different formats of creatives. And उसके बाद एक platform था जिससे वो multiple channels पे जाते थे. So make the creative copy, conceptualize the creative, get it made with the graphic team, write the post copy, schedule it on the tool. And this is like Monday को बैठ के सारे 7 दिनों के posts बनवा के उसमें सॉफ्टवेयर में डाल के शेड्यूल करो, तो अपने आप खट तीनों प्लेटफॉर्म्स पे आएगा.
So you learned a lot skills.
Started writing press releases because the PR person quit. Started writing a lot of press releases, op-eds, a little bit of ghostwriting. Started putting together the newsletter, which was like a very big thing for me, like owning the newsletter. And उसके बाद ना, मतलब मेरे CV में ये एक point आ गया that I know how to make a newsletter. I know how to put it out. तो ये सारा कुछ यार, मतलब सब कुछ किया, and it was challenging, but it was also like it really gave me a kick. And मेरी थोड़ी सी आदत है थोड़ा crib करने की. मैंने थोड़ा बहुत crib किया, but then I delivered, and that time passed, you know. हो गए वो 15 दिन, वो दिवाली का टाइम था, वो हो गए. And after that I will never forget the moment when my boss walked in, and I was kind of like, you know, like
बस और नहीं.
I was like snoozing.
अच्छा.
ऐसे चेयर में ना थोड़ा ऐसे रिलैक्स कर रही थी, and she walked in and I was like, oh, okay. And then she went to the main hall and she was like, we want to acknowledge somebody who's put in a lot of work. And I was standing piche, and she was like, I really want us to encourage this person, so can we have a round of applause for Tasmeen? And मैं पीछे से from the shadows, I'm like, what? And I came out and she gave me my first letter of appreciation.
Wow.
And that's like a badge on my CV, that I have a letter of appreciation from this really successful like boss lady. And that meant everything to me.
While you were working your day jobs, what would you do with your free time?
So back then, and it was my first job, and because personally I was in a very dark place. I was stuck between a group of people that were like, I was very suffocated. So I just went into hustle mode. And because my mom told me at that time, that I was like, what should I do? How do I deal with all of this darkness and pressure and shit? She was like, just make money. The first step is to make money. So I went into hustle mode. I became such a workaholic because मैं अपनी personal life से बहुत done थी. So I was like, यही करते हैं. So I worked my day job. In the evenings, I started writing my book, which I'll just touch upon. And on weekends, I was editing magazines, proofreading and editing magazines, जिसका मुझे एक magazine का 4,000 रुपए मिलता था. So I would try to edit 2 magazines per weekend so that मुझे 8,000 extra मिल जाए. Okay, so while I was in that dark place, मुझे अपने pets की बहुत याद आती थी. So here's another thing which has inspired me and continues to inspire me, my animals. So I am an ardent animal lover. And I had a very beautiful dog back then, and I had birds, and I had a cat. So I started because I wanted to escape my reality, I would just go to these secret places in my head where I was like, it's just me and my animals. I would shut the door, I would shut the bedroom door, play Jungle Book on Netflix, like put it on, open my birds. So my birds were free roam. They would sit on the curtain or they would come sit on my shoulder. I had 3-4 birds. Have my cat, have my cat with me. And then I would just watch that movie and just switch off the lights and just be in that vibe. I used to pretend that I'm in the Jungle Book and I'm in the jungle. So I just craved for nature so much that I was like, I'm gonna make my world, like if I have to survive, I'm gonna make this like little world around me, this little ecosystem. And at that time, the people I was living with, they didn't allow me to have my dog in the premises. So I was ripped away from my dog. And that was the cruelest, most painful thing I've ever been through. Excruciating. Felt like my arm had been cut off. Like somebody took a piece of my heart. How do I console myself? I write a book about him. So my first book, The Incredible Adventures of Mr. Cheeks, is about my dog, whose name was Cheeks. I used to call him Cheeky Cheeks. So I remember sitting in my little room with my other pets and just like scribbling away. And it just happened, like I wasn't like, oh, I'm going to write a book. It was just, I was just sitting and I was like, oh, this, that, blah, blah, scribbling. And then just start pouring out. I started with descriptions. So I'm really into descriptions when I'm writing something. That gets me going. कि अच्छा character है तो वो दिखता कैसा है, उसकी whiskers कैसी हैं, उसकी आँखें कैसी हैं, comparing it to things, similes, metaphors, ये वो. Started doing all that. इतना मुझे उससे ना एक release मिला. एक मुझे ऐसी kick मिली, like I could breathe. So then I went to visit my mom. I was like, oh, you know what? I'm writing a story. And she was like, oh, wow, show me. So then I showed it to her and she was like, this is something. That meant the world to me. Because my mom is my biggest cheerleader and my harshest critic.
Mhm.
So like जो मेरी आदत है एकदम blunt, say it like it is वाली, वो मेरी mom से मिली है. She does not hold back. She does not have a filter. So she told me that this has potential, and I was like, wow, okay. So I just sent a very meek email to Penguin. I checked out their website कि कहाँ से क्या करना है, चिल्ड्रंस ऑथर कौन है, किसको भेज सकते हैं. तो उसको भेजा. 3 महीने हो गए. I kept writing, then I stopped writing it. BT हो गई मुझे काफ़ी. And I started hustling again. My day job and then the editorial jobs, and started taking more and more stuff, collecting money. अपने बैंक अकाउंट बिल्ड करने लगी, अपना CV बिल्ड करने लगी. तब तक फियापो में चली गई थी. तो ये सब हुआ. फिर एक दिन फ़ोन आ गया कि हाय, आई रेड योर थिंग and it's very fresh. I couldn't believe my ears. It was like, you know, like for a moment I was just, and then मैं इतनी जल्दी बोल रही थी, like I was just rambling on. I was like, oh my god. Like, I'm very passionate. I love my dogs so much. I love animals. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. She's like, yeah, so why don't you create a proper proposal, send me more chapters, and I will pitch it to my team. I was like, is this happening?
कहाँ के चैप्टर यार? जो भेजा जो था वो तो भेज दिया.
लिखना शुरू किया फिर. I was like, whoa, you know, like I was just like, oh my, like holy ghost, like holy cow, man. Like it was like somebody read my shit and they liked it, and this is somebody who's legit. And they were, मैं,
it's not a family member.
It's not a family member. मैं like मेरा लिखा हुआ कुछ चिटर चैटर in it, and they are thinking of printing it, turning it into a book. I sat down with my pen, लिखना शुरू किया. पेजेस फाड़े, पेजेस लिखे. पहले मेरी तो मेरी एक आदत ये है कि मैं अपनी हर चीज़ पहले हाथ से लिखती हूँ. तो हाथ से लिखा, फिर लैपटॉप पे उसको डाल के वो करा. फिर like I said, ऑफिस में बैठे बैठे अपना काम कंप्लीट करने के बाद I would stay back and I would work on my personal this writing, and then I sent 5 more chapters, and then she got back to me, and I like थोड़ा पीछे पड़ गई मैं, मतलब ईमेल पे ना कि प्लीज रिप्लाई, हैव यू रेड इट येट. ये सब I was texting her, hey, I've emailed you. So
आपको मेल पहुंच गई?
हाँ, मेल पहुंच गई. Did you get my email? Oh, I hope you didn't
स्पैम
miss
में
it.
तो नहीं चली?
That. So my editor Arpita is one of the most amazing people I know, one of the best editors in the game. She is no longer in publishing, unfortunately. I wish she was. I would have loved to work with her going forward, but उसने छोड़ दिया. For her, I'm sure she had good reasons. तो खैर फिर उसने कहा ये तो यार मैं सेल्स से बात करती हूँ एंड फिर फाइनल करते हैं, ठीक है. उसके बाद कुछ दिन बाद मुझे फ़ोन करती, कहती यार एक बात बताओ, मैं कॉन्ट्रैक्ट ड्रॉप कर रही हूँ, ठीक है. I was like, what? She's like, I'm drawing up the contract, ठीक है, I'm sending you a copy, tell me if you're cool with it. I was just मतलब मेरा कोई रिएक्शन ही, I don't know. I don't even, now that I try to recall, मुझे याद ही नहीं है. क्योंकि I was just, I experienced euphoria. You know, it was euphoric.
You know, you've overcome a lot and reached that point where you're getting conventional definitions of success,
Recognition, yeah,
to your unconventional path in life. So
Yes.
that must have been like winning the lottery.
Yeah, man, like it was like it validated my existence because I didn't have too many reasons to believe in myself. I was doing really well at my job. I didn't have too many reasons to believe in life at that time. So when she sent me the contract, she's like, jaldi se dekh ke bata do. And she was like, कि इतना advance, there was a certain amount of advance. She was like, ये इतना ठीक है ना, चलेगा? I was like, दौड़ेगा. Signed the contract, man. Started writing the rest of the book.
Okay.
Started sending the next few chapters, and then the next few chapters, and then the editing phase began. which was so much fun.
When people work with publishers, from what I've heard, they don't have such a great experience all the time. A lot of times the publisher wants some creative changes that the author is not happy with, or there's always some back and forth, sometimes about the length of the book itself, or it could be a million different things. So it doesn't sound like you had any of that.
Yeah, because I worked with amazing women. Both my editors were really good. So Arpita was like, do your thing, man. Like, do your thing, I'll clean it up. So मैंने मतलब लिखा अपने हिसाब से सारा कुछ. बीच में मैंने उसे दिखाया मैंने, and I really wanted her opinion because, and like, why not, man? Like, you're 25 years old, you're attempting to write a book, you have somebody who's been in the game for so long, and they know what they're doing.
I think a lot of authors don't have that perspective.
Yes.
And that's
I
why
believe writers have this thing, you know, they have this air about them that मेरा creative freedom छिन रहा है, ये है वो है, जबकि like in my case मुझे तो guidance मिली, and because I was writing my first book, तो she told me कि यार इसको ना थोड़ा और descriptive बना दो, ये वाले character का ना थोड़ा सा और दिखा दो कि ये करे.
I think मैं वही कह रहा हूँ that it's very important for someone who was in your position to be as open as you were to feedback, which a lot of writers are not, and then they feel choked by these publishers.
Yeah, I don't know why they're not. Once you're in the deal, once they've given you the contract, you've got to trust your editors. No, they've given you a contract. It's a big deal. So they've trusted you with the book. It's a pre-commissioned book. आपने अभी खत्म नहीं किया manuscript.
मैंने publishers के बारे में इतनी stories सुनी है कि अरे they want things done a certain way. There's so much back and forth. It's so difficult to get published that now people are choosing self-publishing.
I'm gonna come to that.
Okay, fine.
So yeah, so that happened.
You wrote your manuscript while working your job.
While working on my job.
Great. Magazine
collected
editor.
more money.
$dollar bill your
$dollar bill नहीं था, but हो गए थे.
अच्छा चलो.
Like चलो भाई decent कर लिया अपने लिए. Not bad for a girl from English honors.
हाँ.
So
I bet you were doing better than a lot of your peers at the time.
I wouldn't say that. So many people went to London School of Economics.
वो वहाँ debt ले रहे थे. And यहाँ पे you were building assets, royalties.
मेरा पता है क्या scene है? I don't compete with people. I've never competed with people. I want everyone to win. Like, मुझे फर्क नहीं पड़ता यार. You do you. I'll do me. As long as I'm getting what I want, I'm cool with others doing anything.
Do you think that's something you would prescribe to other creative people?
Yes. मतलब कि देखो creativity, art जो होता है ना, एक मैंने पढ़ा था आर्ट फॉर आर्ट सेक, हमें सिखाया गया था इंग्लिश ऑनर्स में. तो देखो आर्ट का ना कोई डेफिनेशन नहीं होता है. द मोर यू ट्राई टू डिफाइन इट यू विल बी काउंटर प्रोडक्टिव. ठीक है, कोई पेंटिंग बना रहा है जैसे मैं पेंट करती हूँ, आई डोंट यूज अ लॉट ऑफ टेक्निक्स. आई जस्ट टेक माई ब्रश एंड आई एम जस्ट लाइक you know, and a lot of artists critique my paintings a lot. ये क्या है, इसमें ये नहीं दिख रहा, यहाँ shadows नहीं है, ये impressionist painting नहीं है. I consider myself an impressionist painter. ये इसमें ये है, इसमें ये गलती है, ये ऐसे होना चाहिए, पहले circles में draw करो. I'm like, यार shut up man. Like I enjoy it. तुम अपना करो ना. हर चीज में ना डिग्री और टेक्निक और ये वो इतना ज़रूरी नहीं है ना. एंड मेक आर्ट फॉर आर्ट,
like for yourself.
I don't know if that makes
make art that
sense.
that you're passionate about.
Not even passionate, just create.
Acha.
Just go out there. If you're a creative person, just go and create because you are creative. And don't look back. Don't look to your right, don't look to your left.
Okay.
मत देखो दूसरे क्या कर रहे हैं, दूसरे निफ्ट में हैं या निड में हैं या कहीं भी हैं. पर्ल, हाँ. एंड वो ग्राफिक डिजाइनर बन गए, वो बन गए. तुम अपना करो यार.
Okay.
So that's what I did, and I started selling paintings. See, I stay in my lane. मेरा ये सीन है, अब किसी भी चीज में ले लो, पर्सनल लाइफ ये वो, मैं अपना करती हूँ, मुझे फर्क नहीं पड़ता तुम जो भी करो, ठीक है? लाइक I don't care if you dress better than me, if you look better than me. I should be better than the me that I was yesterday.
So tell me something. If you are not concerned with, let's say, formal techniques, then why did you take the publisher's feedback? Isn't that a bit...
I'll tell you. So, by the way, I still sell paintings, so if anybody's interested. So, yeah. Basically, मैंने जो भी किताबें लिखी ना, वो बहुत आड़ी टेढ़ी थी. मतलब कि it was not, the books weren't conventional.
Structure नहीं था.
Structure था.
अच्छा.
सब था. बट मेरे कैरेक्टर्स और जो मेरी स्टोरी थी वो उतनी कन्वेंशनल नहीं थी. लाइक इट वाज नॉट लाइक अ सुधा मूर्ति, और इट वाज नॉट लाइक अ अम्मा लेट्स गो पिक मैंगोज टाइप ऑफ थिंग. इट वाज लाइक एनिमल्स की वर्ल्ड है, ये उनकी यूनिवर्स है, वो बातें कर रहे हैं, सबके अलग अलग प्रोफेशंस हैं. I don't remember much, but the peacocks were part of the dance club.
You're saying it can be difficult for an average person to digest.
Yes. And to imagine. But imagination is what it's all about, man. Look at Harry Potter. J.K. Rowling ने क्या बना दिया. So वो बात अलग है that she's transphobic.
हाँ चलो. You were talking about how your publisher's feedback was helping you, जबकि you're not looking for formal technique.
Writing में I am looking for formal technique.
Okay.
ठीक है. Because मुझे लगता है कि जो OGs हैं, the OGs, they're OGs for a reason. And creativity without talent, without discipline is nothing.
Okay.
Discipline will triumph over talent any day. So yeah, and I took their feedback because I was 25 years old and I don't consider myself to be some top. मैं कोई 30 मार खान अपने आप को समझती नहीं हूँ. मुझे हाँ पेंटिंग में फीडबैक मिलता है तो मुझे बहुत चुभता है.
But painting me, you're not looking for
like
that
that's
feedback.
Not my main thing.
You're not looking for that feedback.
I mean, I'm trying to sell paintings, but when I make a painting and I show it to my family, they're like, I'm just like, तुम्हें नहीं पता, चुप रहो. So,
but if someone wants commercial success, then they have to be open to that feedback.
Yes, but see, मैं ये बताने की कोशिश कर रही हूँ कि मेरे ये जो दो passions हैं, ये कंपार्टमेंटलाइज कर लिए मैंने. ठीक है, एक बिल्कुल अलग है, एक जो है वो रोजी रोटी है. एंड नॉट जस्ट रोजी रोटी, वो दैट्स माय ड्रीम, दैट्स व्हाट आई वांट टू बी. आई वांट टू बी अ राइटर. आई वांट टू राइट बुक्स. आई वांट टू बी फेमस. आई वांट एवरीबडी टू रीड माय शिट. आई वांट टू टर्न इट इनटू अ मूवी. आई वांट टू डू दैट. आई वांट कमर्शियल सक्सेस. So when I wrote my second book...
एक second, let's take a step back. You were giving your manuscripts, your drafts. You got a contract, got an advance. We didn't continue the story. So they published it?
They published it.
How did it do?
I finished it. And the editors were great. They pointed out a few things here and there. एंड उससे स्टोरी बेटर ही हो गई कि यहाँ पे और थोड़ा सा डिस्क्राइब कर दो, है ना. या दे डिडंट रियली, आई डिडंट फील सफोकेटेड इन एनी वे.
ओके.
सो टिल द टाइम आई वाज एसोसिएटेड विद पेंगुइन, आई थिंक they were very good to me. And I was very good friends with both of my editors.
How did your book, how was it received?
Not well.
How did that make you feel?
Very bad.
Oh God.
Very, very bad. Still makes me feel like shit. There were no sales because when the book was launched, it was launched in October 2019 and we had
there are only 2 months that are worse than that month.
Yeah. So second one was launched in June 2020. So we'll come to that.
Okay.
So October 2019, we had an event planned. The publishers were so kind. They were like, we're going to have an event at this cafe called Puppuccino, and everybody's going to bring their animals, and I'm going to bring my animals and show people that, look, these are the inspirations behind the characters. And it was going to be a children's event, and we were going to promote the hell out of it and have so many events, because events से ना बहुत बिकता है and visibility मिलती है. Book readings, book signings. Start हुआ, book launch का date set है, NRC protest हुई, स्कूल बंद हो गए, कर्फ्यू लग गया, भैंस की आँख. उसके बाद चलो जब वो कम हुआ तो लगा चलो अब करेंगे. सो आई वाज डिस्कसिंग विद माय एडिटर ऑल अलोंग कि अच्छा अब हम ये करेंगे, कब करेंगे. कोविड, लॉकडाउन. So yeah, that book bombed. Okay. Completely bombed. I did do a reading somewhere in Quorum Club Gurgaon, but that was the only one. I wanted to collaborate with schools and go to schools and do book readings and sessions with kids. Schools band the. I did do some online stuff. I did an online book reading, which was very well received. It got 67K views, which was not bad. It got a lot of media coverage. Okay. It was there in a lot of papers. Because on the camera, I was showing them my pets, and I was reading out the story and telling them stuff. So yeah, that was good. I had ये सब हुआ. उसके बाद like it blew over. मतलब मेरा ना focus फिर shift हो गया. I was like, ठीक है.
कहाँ shift हुआ?
So when I got my contract children's book का और मैंने ख़त्म करी थी, एक दिन क्या हुआ, I was reeling, I was reeling with distress and despair because of shit that was going on in my life. I just sat down with my book, with my notebook, and itna na, matlab, it was so much dirt, it was so much muck, and there was so much of disgust that I had.
In your personal life?
With myself and with others.
Okay.
That I just wrote it down. And I dissed myself. I described myself as the most दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा इसे bleep कर देना please.
ठीक है.
मतलब मैंने protagonist का अपने से inspiration लिया कि 25 broke, ex-boyfriend छोड़ गया, बैंड बज गई, डिप्रेशन. तो तब तक मेरे मेंटल हेल्थ इश्यूज स्टार्ट हो गए थे, एंड आई हैव नेवर शाइड अवे फ्रॉम एक्सेप्टिंग दिस, बिकॉज माय सेकंड बुक गॉनर, व्हिच डिड क्वाइट वेल, is about mental health and mental health issues with women. So I had a female protagonist who was bipolar, and that's what the book was about. The eccentricity of the book was that throughout the entire book, the names of the characters are never revealed. None of the characters had names. So when the person is, it's from first person perspective. It's a first person narrative. So this girl is narrating the story, and when she's talking about XYZ, she's like, I went to my ex and blah blah blah. And then when she meets another guy, it's called him. मतलब she's calling him. Pronouns use करे हैं पूरे में. और ये सब हुआ है. और उसमें पूरा मेंटल हेल्थ की जर्नी दिखाई है, मेंटल ब्रेक डाउन डॉक्यूमेंट करा है कि शी गोज टू अ क्लब, शी ड्रिंक्स, already she has a problem with like she smokes a lot of weed, and she's experimenting with drugs. She's just in a really bad place. So she does all of that. She goes to a club and she has a mental breakdown kind of thing. मैं भूल गई हूँ, उसे absinthe पी लेती है, और she mixes all her drinks. And she mixes it with medication, with her mental health medication. And she loses her shit. She loses it. वहाँ पे she's puking around. She falls. She breaks her leg. She's mumbling. She's saying some shit. She's fighting with people. पता नहीं. And it's all, somebody's made a video and it goes on YouTube and it goes viral. And then this person who's already depressed, who's already fucked up. She's just hiding. Quits her job, goes back to stay with her mom, which was kind of cathartic. I didn't quit my job, but I moved in with my mom.
अच्छा.
I was also very depressed. तो वो उसका क्या हुआ, मैंने अर्पिता को कॉल किया जो मेरी चिल्ड्रंस बुक की एडिटर थी. I was like, Arpita, listen. And by that time we were very good friends. Like, Arpita, I've written something, you have to hear it. She was like, okay, shoot. I read it out. The first 2 chapters I read it out. And
Phone
she
pe?
was, and she was like, this is something. You've got to show it to someone. Can you write more and send it to me? I'll send it to the adult division.
Hmm.
And I was like, adult division? I wrote the hell out of it. जितनी गंद मेरे अंदर थी, जितनी गालियां देनी थी, anger, frustration, rejection, यार. मतलब being a woman in the 21st century and in this society, मतलब it's hell, okay? Especially when you're from a marginalized community. So सब कुछ मैंने ना उल्टी कर दी उसमें. And then I sent it, and then she sent it to Gurveen, who was my editor for the novel. Now, Gurveen was also the editor of Shaheen Bhatt's book. So that was like a big deal for me. Ki, acha, wohi editor hai. She really liked it. The book had 2 parts. I named it after Eminem albums. The first one was called Relapse. The second part was called Recovery. Both are Eminem albums. So I've paid a lot of tribute to musical influences, quoted Lil Wayne and all in the book. And and then it came out in June 2020.
Wow. How was it? How was it working with this different editor? How was it working?
Oh, with that editor. She gave me so much creative freedom. She was like, you write. She was like, tum likho yaar. And then, but time to time she would say, send more chapters. And before I got the contract, she asked me to create a proposal with an author bio with a marketing plan. How do I plan to market the book? How many followers do I have on Instagram? That time I had 2,000. And what else? Ideas, marketing ideas, and like what all we can do with the book. And a very detailed synopsis. कि क्या होगा book में. वो सब भेजा.
Did you have a marketing plan? Matlab,
yes. I thought that I would make a Spotify playlist for the book because book में काफी musical influences हैं. So I thought I'll make chapter wise playlist, जो कि नहीं हुआ. And I thought कि बहुत सारे events करेंगे. तो because your events were the thing at that time. And तब तो reels वगैरह भी नहीं होती थी, Instagram video भी नहीं होता था.
Now, I don't know if you think 2000 is a lot.
It's not a lot.
It's not a lot. I was just checking. Do you think it's a bit screwed up that being an author is less about the book and more about how many followers you have?
I can tell you without a doubt that in today's date, the first thing they want to know is your social media following. If you are a Dolly Singh or a Kusha Kapila, they'll publish you. यार कितनों की किताबें आई हैं ये क्या नाम है, गुलशन ग्रोवर की बुक आई है यार, पेंगुइन ने छापी है. एंड ये बी लिस्ट सेलिब्रिटीज का आया है. हाँ. And Shaheen Bhatt ki book came out, went crazy apparently because Alia Bhatt marketed it, man, like there was an event. And so she played the mental health card, and that was my thing. When I published my book, my idea was to have, these events with psychiatrists where we do book readings and we kind of declassify what's going on.
Panel discussions.
And yes. But कुछ भी नहीं हुआ because COVID था. कुछ भी नहीं हो पाया. 1-2 जो interviews या live sessions हुए वो मुझे खुद अपने contacts के through मिले. But Penguin's PR team was really good. So they got me a lot of interviews.
And that's what led to the success of your book ultimately.
yeah, I wouldn't call it a very commercial success. I wouldn't call it very successful,
Okay.
but it was something.
Okay.
Like it created some noise. हिंदू में एक रिव्यू आया था जिसमें काफी बुराई थी बुक की, which is good. कि एंड इंडिया टुडे में इंटरव्यूज थे, प्लेटफॉर्म मैगजीन में मेरा पूरा प्रोफाइल हुआ था, और देन आई गॉट एन अपॉर्चुनिटी टू राइट अ शॉर्ट स्टोरी फॉर कॉस्मोपॉलिटन मैगजीन.
Okay, I have a few questions now.
ओके.
First of all, you are not a A or a B list celebrity.
I'm not a celebrity at all.
Huh.
I'm a random person.
So you still got a contract to publish the book.
Yeah.
How does someone who doesn't have millions of followers on Instagram or hasn't been part of a Bollywood production,
Someone who's a blip.
someone who's an average person like you and me,
Yeah.
more like you, less than me, how does someone like that get published? Is it about having a great story? Is it about marketing yourself well?
I would say maybe what worked in my favor was my lifelong approach of telling it like it is. I do not hold back. मेरी book में गालियाँ थी, drugs थे, jobs की बुराई. There were scenes when she's driving in traffic and she's like road rage हो रहा है and somebody's showing her the middle finger. And matlab, it was just very real, and I think my thing was it was very raw. I think that's what they liked. I was spitting facts which nobody else was talking about. I was talking about bipolar disorder. I was talking about being in love with multiple men at the same time. I was talking about modern day dating. I was talking about poor salaries and being broke. I was talking about, poor lifestyle in the corporate world.
Why do you think they went for that?
I think because it was happening and nobody else was talking about it.
Okay, so what you're saying is that if someone does want to be published, they need to have a unique voice.
Yes. The first thing I would say is that be original. Not that मैं कोई वो नहीं हूँ कि मैं लोगों को advice दूँ या कुछ ऐसे. I don't want to sound patronizing.
No, but there are people who are on the same journey as you but way further behind. So you can give them some advice.
I would say, but उसके बाद काफ़ी चीज़ें हुई. मेरे 3-4 books reject हुई हैं सारे publishers से. Harper Collins, Penguin itself. देखो आज की डेट में क्या चल रहा है इसके बारे में मैं I'm not impressed by whatever's happening in publishing. I don't believe in it so much anymore because they're publishing C-list celebrities and it's a total sellout.
It's like a marketing business now. They want
it's a total sellout, man. Like also, अरे यार, publishers told me कि publishing is down. Nobody reads books anymore.
Okay.
Nobody reads print anymore. मतलब देखो publishers ही कह रहे हैं कि books हम pulp कर देते हैं, जो साल के end में बचते हैं उसे pulp कर देते हैं. इस तरह की बातें. And like the first thing, मतलब यार, they would any day go for any influencer, man. Like now it's all about numbers. It's no longer about what you're writing. It's about who is writing.
Okay, so the person who's watching this right now is probably like got tears in their eyes because they wanted to be a published author. And you're saying that that's like a what's it called, a pipe dream?
I also know some people who have very good agents. They can afford a very strong agent who can get you into multiple small gigs, set up your whole, make you into a brand, find you a publisher. So agencies are also, I would advise people to go to an agency. There are some really good agencies out there. There are also individual people who act as agents. So that is always a possibility. वो क्या करेंगे ना, वो आपके साथ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट साइन करेंगे कि आपके जो भी कमर्शियल सक्सेस होगी उसका 20% उन्हें मिलेगा, 10 या 20%, which is fair.
काम ले आते हैं वो, लेकिन
हाँ, which is fair, but they'll get you there.
Okay.
If you can't manage to get an agent, which is the position I'm in right now, I I have reached out to agents, I've reached out to publishers, rejection, 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 rejection. And this is when I'm a published author, so I can only imagine people who are writing their first manuscript. So the only power you have above these celebrities and whoever is the power of your pen. Do not underestimate the power of your pen. Do not buy into the shit that they're selling you, that nobody writes anymore, nobody reads anymore. People don't want to read, they want to watch audiobook. Don't just, you do you, man. Like, just write.
What do you think about self-publishing?
I think self-publishing पहले तो मुझे काफ़ी क्रिंज लगता था. बट अब जब मैं देख रही हूँ इंडस्ट्री में क्या हो रहा है, मेरे 2-3 काफ़ी अच्छे प्रपोजल्स शूट डाउन हुए. सॉरी,
2-3 काफ़ी अच्छे
प्रपोजल्स शूट डाउन हुए हैं. वन ऑफ देम वाज कि somebody is already writing about this. So I was writing a book जिसका title was Divorce Unfucked. So you can unfuck yourself. So I think that would have been something, because I say it like it is. And that's my thing. मैं इसी चीज़ के लिए बदनाम हूँ, मैं इसी चीज़ के लिए known हूँ.
But someone was already writing that.
Yeah, and then they said that somebody's already written something about divorce. So it was like, okay.
So self-publishing is not so cringe.
Self-publishing looks like it's the need of the hour. But मतलब in any kind of business, पैसा पैसे को खींचता है. और ये फैक्ट है. सेल्फ पब्लिशिंग के लिए आपके पास पैसे चाहिए पहले से. Tell me what will happen to the person who is, studying in a government college or university, has probably graduated from a government school, does not have sufficient funds, but is very, very smart and has like a great story in them and is very talented, and they want to get published. They want to be heard. उसका क्या होगा?
Self-publishing में पैसे किस लिए चाहिए? I don't know, so I'm asking.
Basically, self-publishing में you pay them to publish you.
No, I meant like Amazon पे भी self-publishing होती है.
बहुत मुश्किल है यार वो सब. बहुत unrealistic है. मतलब Amazon की self-publishing भी like you have to मतलब make a pitch and all, because I tried it.
Okay.
उसमें पूरा pitch विच करना पड़ता है, and only if they like your thing then they'll get back to you. And again, it's a selective process. It's a very hard nut to crack. तो अभी जो self publishers हैं, like मुझे नाम नहीं याद आ रहे, कुछ तो Blue Rose publishers हैं और Pepper Script है, ये वो आपसे पैसे लेते हैं आपकी बुक पब्लिश करने के लिए. वो आपसे कहते हैं कि भाई देखो, हम इतनी कॉपीज पब्लिश करेंगे, हम आपको एक एडिटर प्रोवाइड करेंगे, हम आपको एक डिज़ाइन टीम प्रोवाइड करेंगे जो आपका कवर बनाएगा, हम एक मार्केटिंग टीम देंगे जो आपका एड्स रन करेंगे एंड आपकी बुक की मार्केटिंग करेंगे. तो हमें भाई पे अस. द स्टार्टिंग पैकेज इज लाइक 25K. So I think in the platinum packages, जो सबसे महंगे वाले होते हैं, the ones that are 60-70K, उसमें they guarantee you that they will, kind of do the whatever arithmetic algorithm it takes to make you get you listed on Amazon like #1 bestseller wala. And people, another thing which is a trend in the industry is buyback. So what they do is that they publish a book, they buy the copies themselves. एक दिन में 100 कॉपी खरीद ली, रैंकिंग ऊपर हो गई, अलग अलग लोगों से खरीदवा ली. And best seller बनने के लिए you have to buy 10,000 copies. People find an agent, people find a marketing agency, वो कहीं कहीं से मतलब ये accounts बना के 10,000 books खरीद लेते हैं, आ गई best seller पे आपकी.
I know another author, and a significant portion of her time goes in promotional activities and building her social media. Is that, so it doesn't sound like it's a great time to get into book publishing. Is that why you always had day jobs and
Yes, you have to feed yourself, man. Like you have to stand on your own 2 feet. Writing doesn't pay the bills. Unless you're like, again, I would say J.K. Rowling or like somebody very commercial. Or if you already have money and you have a solid backing, you come from a very rich family.
No, but your day job also you were writing only.
I was writing only.
So it does pay the bills.
But usse pata hai kya hua? It does pay the bills, true. But that's not writing. You know what I mean?
नहीं, writing तो writing है.
I mean, it's not creative writing per se.
पता नहीं यार, I think कि if there's a company and they have a goal of reaching out to a certain type of user on social media, and you can help them achieve that goal using written words. I think that's pretty creative.
It is. I mean, I by all means, I think content writing and content strategy has really worked in my favor and probably worked in other people's favor as well. And it pays the bills, and you do get a certain amount of creative diction, and you do get to exercise your creative faculty. Varna you can't write a single word. But जो personal writing में जो thrill है ना, वो किसी भी writing में नहीं है. At least for me.
Okay.
Because I write fiction. So when I'm writing fiction, it's like more fun. And job is like, job is, it is creative. It's very important. It brings you a lot of respect. It pays your bills, and you get to hone your skill over there, right? Like you get to kind of smoothen out all the rough edges, and it teaches you a lot of things, man. Like for sure.
अभी आपने अपनी job में भी you're going away from content.
Yes.
Tell me more about that.
So I have made a very conscious decision to step away from content. The reason being that we now have AI. So I personally do not believe in AI, and I can guarantee you I would give it 3 years.
Bubble hai ye.
They would come back to artists and writers. AI cannot replicate human creativity. It just cannot.
Yeah.
You feed it 1 billion words, you feed it a dictionary, you give it a topic, it will make a essay out of it. But it cannot replace the human mind. Cannot replace. It just can't replace humanness. Hota to people would be marrying robots, na?
I think abhi what is happening is people are thinking कि 1 साल में देखो कितना अच्छा हो गया है, तो 10 साल में कितना अच्छा होगा. But they're assuming a linear growth.
Yeah.
And what they're not understanding is the principle of diminishing returns. So just because अगर मैं एग्ज़ाम के लिए पढ़ रहा हूँ और मैं 1 घंटा पढ़ा और मेरे 30% से 60% हो गए, तो मैं अगर 10 घंटे पढ़ूंगा तो I won't get 1200%. You know, it's like you can't. ये मैनेजर की थिंकिंग होती है. A manager will generally assign 9 women to give birth to a child in 1 month. You know?
I like that.
So they're thinking कि AI इतनी improve हो जाएगी कि वो replace कर देगी. पर वो पहली बात तो इतनी अच्छी हो भी जाए तो भी replace नहीं कर सकती. But I personally am very skeptical कि वो इससे 1% भी improve होगा.
I wouldn't put my money on that. I wouldn't. And a lot of people are like, oh, you're in denial. I'm like, give it 3 years. Give it 2 years, in fact. देखना क्या होगा. And अभी क्या हो रहा है ना कि startups जो हैं, especially, startups बहुत hire करते हैं content writers को. People who are starting out. My career started from startups. Now, startups are always on a budget, right? So now they are saving money. उनके chat GPT है, हम caption और ये वो blog post पूरा का पूरा उससे लिख सकते हैं. काम तो चल रहा है ना. So as long as काम चल रहा है, they're okay with it.
What kind of role have you transitioned into?
So I've gone into program management. So I've gone into a more administrative and managerial role. But the reason is not just AI. The reason is, firstly, jobs in content are thinning out. Even if they're not thinning out, the salary bracket has significantly reduced because they are holding the sword of AI above our heads. कि भाई अब तो ये है तो कम पैसे में काम करो. You know, it's just corporate slaughter. So, which is very bad, very unfortunate. So that's what it is. And then what was happening with content was I was writing all day, writing, reading, editing all day. So when I would go home, I had nothing to write for myself. My ink would run out. My creative ink would run out. And I think I've done it for 7 years. And it's always going to be a part of me. And even in the role that I'm currently in, whenever content is required, I'll do it. Now that I'm like kind of, I'm in an all-encompassing role, so I'm going to take care of the marketing and the marketing strategies, and I will get into communications eventually. I mean, I will have a say there, and there will be writing work otherwise also, because we'll be writing letters to policymakers, lawmakers. We'll be drafting petitions. We'll be there's a lot of literature that goes with it, because I'm working with a foundation, an animal welfare foundation once again. So yeah, except this time I'm managing it.
If someone is interested in pursuing literary skills, and you have AI breathing down your neck from one side, and then corporates and startups cutting their budgets on the other side, are these skills valuable in today's world?
Absolutely. First of all, communication skills will take you a very long way. It can get you into a managerial role. It can get you into sales. It can get you into I don't know, administration. It can get you into marketing. You can be a voiceover art. You can do so much with just language. Language is so important. Language is the premise of society. Language is what civilization was built on, right? Because we can talk and animals cannot. And you need a certain intellectual it's not just communication skills that okay, you're good at English, your spoken word is good. You need to have a certain intellectual faculty up there, that okay, I know Aristotle, like I know this and that. You need to know what you're talking about.
It's not like in your degree they taught you a bunch of different words that they didn't teach the rest of us.
They taught us so much background stuff, yaar. Matlab sociology, comparative religion and all. Like English honors ऐसा course है कि वो आपको पूरी literature जो है ना, वो आपको पूरी दुनिया सिखा देता है, और वो बहुत ही it's very open. उससे आपका mind खुल जाता है. Literature gives you perspective, period. And you also get to study history, and why history is important is because you need to know where you're coming from. You need to know where others are coming from. You need to know what happened so that you can know what will happen next. You need to know what happened in the world wars. You need to know कहाँ पे क्या cruelty हुई थी. You need to know कि अफ्रीका को कैसे colonize किया गया था. You need to know कि slavery was abolished, but उससे पहले क्या होता था, and right after slavery was abolished, there was so much discrimination, which is still there, and like a lot of bias, because that's post-colonial literature in the African context, African American context, and the African American experience. But we can also study post-colonial literature in the Indian context, like there's a colonial hangover that we are living in. and
Unless you study history, you won't realize
yeah,
it.
मतलब ये सब पर्सपेक्टिव ना, मतलब आप बात करेंगे तो आप क्या बात करेंगे किसी से,
Mm.
यू नो, एटलीस्ट अखबार तो पढ़ने चाहिए, you know, like कुछ तो हो बात करने के बारे में. You need to have opinions. People at interviews, the panel will ask you, what are your views on this?
Mm.
How do you think, you know, about this?
Mm.
And अगर ऐसी सिचुएशन हुई तो आप क्या करोगे? तो उसमें बस ABCD वो थोड़ी है कि बस इंग्लिश आती है. पर्सपेक्टिव चाहिए ना, कि मैं इस सिचुएशन में ये करूंगी, क्यों करूंगी, इसलिए.
Interesting.
है ना,
Interesting.
वो सब आपको चाहिए. पीपल लुक फॉर, यार देखो जॉब्स कम है, लोग बहुत ज्यादा है.
Hmm.
You've got to level up your game.
Hmm. Interesting. My second to last question is, you did your MBA. How do you feel that changed your approach to the different roles that you were put in?
Everything. I think MBA is one of my greatest assets. Of course, English honors and literature is what gets me going. Literature is what formed me completely. Literature is what I am. But MBA prepared me for the world, for the real world. And I felt like I was armed with something when I got that degree. So when I would go for an interview, and even if it was a content role, there's also content management, right? There's also content marketing. There's a lot to it. So when you tell them that I have an MBA, and not just tell them, but also answer their questions and all, like, you know what you're talking about. They want that. They want people who can write, but also have knowledge about the market. And they also know what to write, what will work, why will it work, how will it work. So that's why MBA is really important to me.
It kind of balanced out your creative skill and your logical skills.
I would say yes. Yeah, I mean, it definitely prepared me for the corporate world. And it definitely, I think it definitely gives you an edge. Because बहुत सारे लोग मास्टर्स इमीडिएटली नहीं करते हैं. तो मैंने क्या किया, मैंने ग्रेजुएशन के बाद फौरन MBA कर लिया. तो हाँ, मतलब MBA भी बहुत, I wouldn't undermine it.
Okay.
At all.
Final question. There's a lot of aspiring creatives watching, and maybe not all of them want to become writers or authors or content strategists. Some of them may be musicians or painters or graphic designers or potters. So is there any advice you would like to share on how they can succeed in their goals?
I think, and this is what I follow, the first and foremost thing that should come to you as an artist, first, regard yourself as an artist. If you're a writer, you're a literary artist. If you're a painter or a photographer, you're a visual artist. If you know how to play an instrument, you're a musician or a musical artist. ठीक है? Don't let anybody tell you what you are not.
Matlab?
Don't let anybody tell you you're not a writer just because you're not published. I'm a writer. Introduce yourself as a writer. Go everywhere, network, meet people. Tell them I'm a writer.
Because you write.
Because you write. You write, so you're a writer. You paint, so you're a painter. I don't care if my painting techniques are not up to other people's standards, and some people don't like it, some people think it's childish, something, whatever, but I paint and I sell paintings, so I'm a painter.
Okay.
Right, so first of all, believe in your craft.
I think with that comes actually believing in yourself.
Exactly. So the first thing is believe in your craft and be yourself. Unapologetically be yourself. Do not shy away from writing about taboos. Do not shy away from, and you know what, आजकल क्या हो गया है? लोग पब्लिशर्स के पर्सपेक्टिव से सोचने लगे हैं. सो व्हेन यू स्टार्ट राइटिंग, और ये मेरे साथ भी हुआ है, जब मैं लिखती हूँ तो मैं सोचती हूँ व्हाट विल सेल, लेट मी राइट अ सेक्स सीन, व्हाट विल सेल, लेट मी राइट अबाउट, I don't know,
you'll
ABCD.
only write what is selling, and then that's all the same stuff. It's not you.
Write a rom-com, write a I don't know what, like some sort of thriller, like a cheap ass thriller, you know. But I would say be yourself. The story is in you.
I haven't read this book. It's on my list. It's called Real Artists Don't Starve. And it basically talks about how if you are yourself, then that actually makes you very unique,
Exactly.
and that's actually a very profitable proposition.
Exactly. My aspiration in life and my definition of success is to be the most me I can be. The day I am, you know, I am myself in the most aggressive manner, the most me I can ever be, that day I will consider myself to be a success. When I can unapologetically be myself and be true to myself, and with that comes a lot of things. You have to be independent, you have to be bold, वगैरह वगैरह. You have to have, उसके साथ उसके पीछे वो चीजें आती हैं.
Understood.
So be yourself and always strive to be yourself, and whatever story is inside you, spit it out. Don't write from the perspective of publishing. Don't write सोच के कि मुझे ये पब्लिश करना है, वो देखी जाएगी.
Write या फिर music या फिर
म्यूजिक. हाँ, ये मत सोचो कि भाई मैं म्यूजिक में कि मैं बिल्कुल पॉप कर लूं, या if you want to do reggae, do reggae. If you want to do classical, do classical. Don't think about what's selling right now. Don't just start rapping for no reason. For
mumble rap.
Mumble rap. No, I mean, like, if you're a singer and you think rap works more, I mean, I have respect for the rap industry and rappers. It's a really good genre. But be who you are.
They are doing it because that's who they are.
That's who they are. And that's why they are successful. They're doing them. You do you. I would say that. And do not compete with others. It will only make you miserable. सबकी mental health compromised है इस ज़माने में. And बहुत delicate है mental health. We as a generation, millennials, are most susceptible to depression out of all other generations. Statistically, you have the numbers out there. Be yourself. Be true to yourself. Be brave. You're going to meet so many naysayers. So many people are going to tell you ये क्या है, ये है, वो है. Do a day job. Day job तो करो ताकि किसी की सुननी ना पड़े. डे जॉब करो ताकि तुम पेंट ब्रशेस खरीद सको. माई डे जॉब्स फंडेड माई ऑल माई आर्ट मटीरियल्स. कैनवस, ये वो, इट्स एक्सपेंसिव शिट. सो योर डे जॉब will allow you to follow your passion. Do a day job. Do it diligently. Be sincere. Work hard. Don't look for easy routes. Be creative. Give it your best. It will be worth it. आज नहीं तो कल. Somebody will see your efforts and you will rise. Just hustle. Hustle करो यार. और पैसे कमाओ, बहुत ज़रूरी है. अगर आपको सेल्फ पब्लिश भी करना है तो पैसे कमा के सेव करो एंड उससे सेल्फ पब्लिश करो. एंड क्या पता उसके बाद आपकी बेस्ट सेलर बन जाए, है ना. कि ऐसा तो नहीं है कि सेल्फ पब्लिश करके बेस्ट सेलर नहीं बन, बिल्कुल बन सकती है. इट ऑल डिपेंड्स ऑन योर राइटिंग एंड टू अ सर्टेन एक्सटेंट ऑन मार्केटिंग. सो डू व्हाट यू गॉट टू डू टू गेट देयर एंड यू डू यू. स्टे इन योर लेन. डोंट लुक एट व्हाट अदर्स आर डूइंग. इट विल जस्ट मेक यू मिजरेबल. एंड डोंट कम्पीट. मतलब अपना अलग रखो यार. मतलब मेरा सीन अलग है. लाइक मुझे ये करना है एंड मुझे ऐसे करना है.
On that note, I want to thank you so much for coming on this podcast.
I want to thank you for letting me blabber for so long.
नहीं, वो मैं edit कर लूँगा. Don't worry about it. नहीं. I want to wish you the best of luck in your future pursuits. And again, thanks very much for giving us your valuable time.
Thank you so much for having me here.
Can I put any of your socials in the
Absolutely
description?
By all means.
So people can go read your books?
By all means.
Awesome. Bye.
Okay. Oh yeah, we're done. Bye.